Okay, students, good morning, everyone. Students, especially good morning. Uh, First of all, thing you all are supposed to be the students of BSc in physics, or maybe some of you have completed MSc in physics. The first thing I would like to clear here that I am not here to provide you job. You have to get your job by yourself. But yeah, I can show you the path from which you can go. But remember one thing, you have to go alone, you have to achieve your targets, and you have to fulfill your dreams. I can only help you and I can only show you the path, but it is you who will have to follow the path. Okay. And most of you are at the earliest of 20s, I think 21, maybe 19, 23 if you're an MSc. Just think that after 10 years of your life, where do you want to see? See, I'm not asking that kind of question that, in interviews in companies, people ask, where do you see yourself after 5 years? No, not that thing. But I am saying what you want from your life after 10 years. For me, for my case, I always wanted satisfaction. I always wanted peace. Okay. Now it's up to you. Someone wants to rush, someone wants to keep peace. It's completely your choice. I can only show you some ideas where you can go, what you can do. Okay. I can just clear your vision about the different courses that are available for a BSc physics student or different jobs that he can go for. But remember, to get the job, it is you who has to do all the labor. Okay. So let us start with the presentation and then we'll talk about the presentation after the presentation as well. You can ask questions. Uh, Wait a minute. Can you see my presentation? Can you see my presentation?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
yes,
So
yes,
let us
sir.
begin. So here we are today to talk about the career options in BSc Physics. So, okay, after BSc, what are the things that you can do? Okay, the first thing is if you have completed your BSc, that means you are of the around the age of 21. And since at the age of 18 you can cast your vote, then definitely you can think about your career by yourself as well. So the first thing is you have to be very clear in your mind that what material are you. Some people are very good, can be very good teacher. Some people good in doing research. Some people can be very good corporate life, can have very good corporate life. So it's up to you. What's your choice? Okay. See, frankly speaking, after 2009, when the movie called Three Idiot released, people start to realize they should have some what is called passion in their life. So my question is, do the people before 2009 didn't have any kind of passion in their life? The wrong message come from the movie, which shouldn't be there, that if you join a BE or BTech, you should start to play your guitar because you should start to find your passion in photography. No, that is not true. If you are doing a BTech or BE, that means you are made for that. You have qualified the entrance examination. That means you are made for your engineering life. You should focus on engineering. You should focus on technology. Okay, because remember, whenever you complete a course from a government institute, I will not talk about the private institute. Whenever you complete a course from a government institute, that means you have the eligibility to enter there. See, in life, we have to clear some entrances. Okay, without clearing the entrance, we cannot go far. At some point of your life, you have to clear entrance. Someone clears at high secondary level, someone clears after BSc, someone clears after MSc. But you have to clear the entrance. You cannot go far. So, if you are clearing an entrance examination, that means you possess the eligibility, you possess the knowledge to get that course. And if you are doing some course, please try to focus on that course because you are made for that course. Your interest should be in that course. Otherwise, there is no point of occupying that seat. Someone else would have got that seat, isn't it? Because in India, we have too much population and we have very little resources, very little means seats to get study. So you have to justify yourself what you are doing. Suppose at BSc level, if I understand that my understanding in physics, if I'm doing BSc physics, is not that good, or if my condition at home, financial condition at home, is not that good that they can carry my master's fees as well, at that time you should take a decision that should I go for B.Ed plus some tuitions and all, so that I can carry the fees required for B.Ed, and the moment I clear the B.Ed, then I should go for some teaching jobs. Okay, sometimes the career are defined by the financial constraint of your family. See, in life you cannot do all those things which you want. Sometimes you have to compromise. Sometimes you get more than you think. Okay, so it's up to you. Can only try. But in exam also, I always ask my student, give your best and don't think about after giving the exam, because then it becomes a case of the examiner, how he checked the copy, and if there is any mistake while putting the marks in the computer, all those things. But what you can do, you can put your effort till the last minute of your examination, and after then, don't keep any kind of headache for examination. That's over. So when you are playing, you should be playing. When you are studying, you should be studying. You should not be have dual minded. We all know that electrons possess dual nature, or any small particles possess dual nature. The famous wave particle duality by De Broglie, and that principle doesn't obeyed by the macro bodies or the bodies like us. Then why your mind is obeying that? If you are playing, you should be playing. You should focus on playing. If you are studying, you should be focused on studying. So it's all about focus. We all are born with the same kind of same kind of capabilities, same kind of opportunities. Some might get better opportunities, some might get less opportunity. That's a different thing. But we all have 24-hour in a day. We all have Google in our mobile, so you can get the knowledge of anything. Okay, now I can only give you the informations of different courses. Remember, information and knowledge are the completely different thing. Having information doesn't mean you have the knowledge. Okay, knowledge means the deep cause of information. You should know from the bottom. So let's start with the after BSc courses. If you think that you are a teacher material, you can teach students up to high secondary. You can be a good teacher. Then after BSc, my dear student, please go for B.Ed. Don't waste your time here and there. Just go for B.Ed and carry your life as a teacher. Okay, which is the most reputable profession. Because even after achieving whatever Shiv Shankar has announced about me, I still remember my teacher at my school level. Okay, and I still, it's not that I always remember him on the teacher's day. No, every day I still remembers about my one teacher in my school life. That means a teacher can change a person's life. Okay, so that's a very noble profession. So if you think that you are a teacher material, you have that capability, you can boost people, you can put the energy in people, then just go for B.Ed and carry your career in teaching. The next few courses are for the master's courses like MSc Astronomy. We'll go one by one. First, we'll discuss about MSc Astronomy and Astrophysics. Okay, what here you talk about? Astronomy, astrophysics, you know about. It's a very popular science. Even the people from non-physics background are also very interested to know about these things. Thanks to ISRO, this things has been globalized. We are very well known in case of rockets and all. So astronomy or astrophysics is all about talking about uh, nature, the key, what call our universe, the galaxies, the cosmologies, all those studies. So if you carry your MS in astronomy, it's okay. Student, whatever courses I am talking about, all the courses are available in India. So you don't need to worry about these courses are not available in India. All these courses are available in India. So you can easily carry on these courses in India. You don't need to go for abroad for those. Okay. So MS in astronomy and astrophysics, you have a vast field, but you cannot stop after MSc. Okay. MS is not that after MSc you'll get a job. No, it's a false thing. Okay. After MSc, you have to go for research, and the research will become your life. How? I'll tell you later. Okay. Then the next thing is called MSc Electronics. You people have studied electronics. You know about MOSFET, JFET, diode, triode. Triode is not triode is not studied these days. We used to study about triode. Now it's all about diode and transistor. So you people know about diode, transistor, JFET, MOSFET, all those things. So because in physics, actually all the engineering fields are developed from physics. You know, civil, mechanical, electronics, all those fields have come, electrical engineering, all those fields have started from physics. So physics people can go anywhere. Okay. So MSc Electronics, if you do MSc Electronics, then the chances of getting jobs are this. You can be recruited as a lead software engineer, technical writer, service engineer, and etc. etc. Okay, so you have a very high amount of job criteria, job lineup for you. But all those jobs will be most of the jobs from the companies, different MNCs. Okay, you can choose that field as well. The next is MSc Geophysics, which I like a lot, but I couldn't study in my lifetime. But I want some of my students to go through these courses. MSc Geophysics. Geophysics is available in, if I'm not wrong, it's available in Dhanbad. Okay, so you need to have a BSc in physics or mathematics. Then you can carry on the MSc Geophysics. There you talk about different resources of Earth like water, how to locate the minerals, how to locate water, how to locate oil into the Earth, and studying different composition of Earth soil, all those things. Okay, those things will be studied in geophysics. And geophysics is a very, demanding uh, field, and the job positions are like research scientist, exploration geoscientist, geophysicist, advisor. You can get a job in the OEGC, oil. Everyone needs that help of geophysicists to locate the oil, to locate the minerals, water, all those things. It's a very high field job, high field area. So you can go for this MSc Geophysics. It's available in Dhanbad, and you have to look for other universities as well. You can try these things in Google. You'll get the list of the institute. Next is very interesting. It is called MSc in Medical Physics. You must have, if you have broken your leg or hand in your till now, you must have gone through X-ray. Okay, so the X-ray, or you say the CT scan, MRI, these all are inventions of from physics. Okay, we people from physics invent these things, and now these things are helping to treat the people, to cure the people. So the MSc in medical physics is a very new field, and you can study here. You can learn how to, how to construct an instrument, so that you can do further research, and you can go for create some kind of instrument. MRI. See, till now, whatever instrument we have, we still not able to understand the human brain or the whole structure of human brain. It's a very typically very complicated structure. Too many nerves are going from here to there. Which nerves carry what information, we all don't know. Remember, the computer works on SD card or hard disk, but we human don't have hard disk. Still, we can remember things. Okay, still we can have emotions and all those things. So these aspects is still not studied. So if we can create some kind of an instrument, if we can create some kind of a medical device to understand the human brain, okay, that would easily carry you the Nobel Prize. So I'm not going that far, but the field and medical physics is very developing field, and job opportunities are like you can get in the hospitals, universities, medical equipment, manufacturing companies. Okay, different means in this field you have the chances of going to the academic line as well as your going to the MNC's line as well, companies line as well. So you have these resources coming out from this field. The next part is MSc in nuclear physics. You have this course in Delhi University, and in our times we had to crack IIT JAM to get these courses. Okay, so still now I think that is the criteria, but you can go through the Google and check. So MSc nuclear physics is available in Delhi University. What you do here, you talk about nuclear energies. You must have heard about India is signing the nuclear deal with US and all those things. Those things are very promising for this sector. because after particular time we will be since our population is increasing day by day, so we'll be shortage of the energy, and energy is such a thing. Today I can communicate with you people because of energy. I can charge my laptop. The towers are getting charged, and I can connect myself to towers so that I can go to you. It's all about energy. Okay, so at one point, the energies coming from the water dam and all will be exhausted. So we need some alternative. We are trying for fuel cell. I myself tried with the solar cell. Okay, we are trying different source of energies, but those energies efficiency is very low. It cannot be matched with what we have today in water dams energies or this electricity what we are getting. So nuclear energy is one of the very good substitute for this present energy system. So that's why the nuclear physics, MSc in nuclear physics, is a very promising field. If you carry out your MSc nuclear physics, you'll definitely be very good position. Okay, so those were the things. After BSc physics, you can go. Remember, student, all these courses will be tried by each and every candidate of India. Okay, you are not the only one who know about these courses. Difference between knowledge and information, these are the information. Knowledge you have to create. And what kind of knowledge? The knowledge which can let you crack the entrance to get into this field. Okay, and I feel that one should crack some entrance examination. It's good for your confidence as well, because if you are cracking some entrance examination, which I already said, that means you have that eligibility or that's characteristic inside you to do that course. And if that kind of people do that course, they will never end up playing guitar or posing photos to search for their passion. Okay, so I feel you people should try. You people should study your basic level physics the best you can, and then prepare for these examinations. Different MSCs in different field you can prepare. Now I'll go for the next level, which is after MSc. I have shown you different courses in MSc, but remember one thing. If you do any one out of those MSc courses, that means you are not going to live your whole life in Assam. That's possible. Because you will not have any kind of job opportunities if you do the earlier kind of MSCs which I have showed you. You have to go for other states. You will be working in some other countries as well. For MSc nuclear physics, for MSc nuclear physics, medical physics, if you do it properly, you will definitely be out of the India. That's for sure. Okay. So these things will not let you work in Assam, because sorry to state that, but in Northeast we don't have that much of recruiter for this kind of field people. So your life will be end up in outside your Northeast. So it's up to you what you choose for that. Okay. So, but if you take what, sir, what's your opinion? If you go by my opinion, I will always suggest you to do your MSc in a basic science, natural science. Means I will always request you do your MSc in physics. If you are confused about all those MScs, then just leave it and do your MSc in physics. And after MSc in physics, while doing PhD, you can choose any field. Or while doing MSc physics, you have option of choosing a special paper in your last semester. You choose your special paper as astrophysics, nano. You can choose what is called high energy physics, electronics, and then you explore. While doing PhD, you explore whatever field you want to explore. Okay, so I always suggest my students, you always try to complete your MSc in the basic science, because the reason is that in our Northeast, the colleges are the best recruiter for the PhD people, because the first chance we get is the college faculty or a university faculty. So the colleges or the university in here in Northeast don't recruit people who have done MSc in astrophysics, MSc in medical physics, MSc in your nuclear physics. They don't recruit, because we run through a very system, and you cannot fight with the system every time. You can fight a system after reaching a particular level in your life. Unless you create an identity for yourself, no one is going to hear you. Today, you people are hearing me because I have a tag of Devraj Roy College. I am working there. If I am a jobless, if I have done my PhD, but if I am a jobless person, you won't hear me, or I wouldn't be invited to give a talk like this. Okay, so it's always about to create your position. Once you create your position somewhere, then you can fight for the system, and you can let the next generation to make things smooth. But right now in our Northeast, we don't have recruiters. If you do your MSc in those subjects, and people will recruit you, no matter how good you are, they will not recruit you. That's for sure. So that's why, to see a global picture, okay, I will always ask you or suggest you to do your MSc in basic science like physics if you are a BSc physics. But if you are highly motivated, then I will work in nuclear physics, or I will work in medical physics or geophysics. Geophysics is a very good field. I have to tell you, geophysics is a very good field. It has a lot of job opportunities. So if you are very motivated, I will do geophysics, or I will do medical physics, or I will do nuclear physics, and no problem, you can go on. But we cannot complain after 5 years that one day Pawan sir has taught us these things, and I did this course, but today I'm not getting the job in Assam. I have to live outside my home. You cannot complain that. So I'm just warning you before that if you do MSc in this field, you will be ended up doing something good, doing very good thing outside your home. Okay, if you are homesick people, you should not go this for these courses. Now, after MSc, if you do MSc in physics, what things are you can you do? The first thing you have to do is to qualify either NET, GET, SLET, or JEST. NET is National Eligibility of Teachers. GET is Graduate Aptitude Training Engineering. And then, SLET is for Northeast, similar like NET, but for Northeast people, for Northeast only. Means if the NET will work all over the India, but the SLET will work for only in Northeast, except Nagaland and include Sikkim there. Okay, and there is a JEST. JEST is to get the PhD. You have to qualify this entrance examination. So you have to track one of these. Now, if you qualify NET, means National Eligibility for Teachers. If you there are two stages in NET. One is called NET JRF. One is called NET LS, lectureship. If you qualify NET JRF, that means you can carry your PhD in any institute of India, and you will get a very handful of stipend. In my times, it was 16,000 for JRF. Means the people who start their PhD with these fellowships are known as junior research fellow. So at my time, it was 16,000, but now it has been increased, and it's I think around 28,000, 30,000 initially. It's a handsome salary while doing your PhD. And apart from that, you will have some contingency, 20,000 or 30,000 around in yearly mode, all those things. Okay. And the other section is called LS, lectureship. That means if you qualified NET lectureship, that means you are eligible to be a lecturer in anywhere in India. You can apply. I'm not saying you will get a job, but you are eligible to apply anywhere in India, in any institute, if you are NET LS qualified. And if you are NET JRF qualified, you can do both the things. You can receive a fellowship while doing PhD. At the same time, you can apply also in anywhere institute in India for a lectureship position. GET is especially done by the BTech people. Okay, but in our case also there they GET exam in physics, in chemistry, and all those things. So after MSc, if you qualify GET, you can do MTech. MTech in which field I will tell you. You can do MTech. You can do PhD, but after doing GET, if you do PhD, you will get a fellowship, but you have to carry your PhD in IITs. You cannot carry your PhD in other institute. Otherwise, you will not get any kind of fellowship. So that means if you are GET qualified, you should look to do your PhD either in IIT or in NIT. Then you get a good fellowship. Okay, you get a good monthly fellowship. In GET, you don't have that option of lectureship. You are not eligible to apply for lecturer position anywhere in India. Okay. In SLET, you are eligible to apply for the lecturer or the professor position in anywhere in Northeast, excluding Nagaland, including your Sikkim, you can apply for lecturer position, but here we don't have the option of fellowship. Okay, it's a SLED is more or less like a net lecturership, but only restricted in Northeast India. JES is only for PhD. If you qualify JES, you'll get fellowship and you can carry on your PhD in some of the top reputed institutes in India. Okay. So the first step after means since your BSc, the aim should be I will qualify NET or any entrance exam after MSc. The first aim should be that. Because after passing MSc, the first hurdle you have to crack is this. And if you crack the first one, the NET, it is the best one. Because it will allow you to apply for the job as well as if you get the JRF position, you can go for the research with good, handsome fellowship as well. Okay. The next step is PhD. Some people at your age, at early 20s, might feel the PhD is a very boring thing. I'll get old by the time I complete my PhD. The same thinking was mine as well. If I go 10 years back in 2009 when I cleared my BSc exam, at that time I was also thinking like, oh, if I do PhD, it will take so much time. I'll get old when I'll get the job and all those things. But remember, if you do things from your heart, with your passion, and with full effort, none can stop you from reaching a position at an earlier age as well. You can get a job at a very younger age, even if after doing MSc and PhD, if you are doing it from your heart. If you put all the efforts in. Okay, try to get good rank in MSc. I know talking about marks is bad thing. We should talk about the concept. That's true. But my dear students, the market in India goes like by marks. So I know the concept are the utmost requirement, but you have to go by the market. Market require marks. That means you need marks. Marks plus concept. We hear some motivator lecturer will tell you that marks are nothing. This exams is not going to do anything. All those things. Keep those things aside. I always been a very practical person. Keep those things aside. You need marks. You need marks. At the same time, you need concept. When you talk about physics, you need concept. Without the basic concept, you cannot go ahead. And in case of marks, remember one thing: from 60% to 75%, there is no difference. From 75% to 85% or after 85 you don't get in BSc, more than 85 you don't get in BSc. From 75 to 85%, there is no difference. So that means what I'm trying to say you, I'm not telling you that go for the marks all the time. No, try to reach a minimum level. A minimum level like 75%. If you reach 75%, that means you are equivalent to 85% as well. You all fall in the same category. Then go for the concepts. It's not like I'll get 50%, I'll go for concept. No one will ask me. Okay, because to get somewhere, you need some eligibility criteria, minimum qualification required. So try to reach that 75%, 80% level in your BSc or if you are doing MSc, try to reach the level of 80 plus. Okay, the moment you reach 80 plus level or 75% plus level, then you are eligible for the next category. That means the concept category. So we'll check your concept only after particular marks. Remember that. So I'm not asking you to go for marks day and night, but at least try to score the minimum required. The minimum for today is 75% your BSc, 75% for your BSc, and 80 plus in your MSc. Try to get there. Okay. Then you go for the concept. Then it's all about knowledge. How much knowledge you have. Okay. So the next is PhD. PhD is never a boring thing. Okay, PhD is not a boring thing, and I'm telling you, everyone cannot do PhD as well. It teaches you a lot in your life. If you are a PhD scholar, you go through so many things in your life. If your financial condition at home is not that good, then you will reach a different level in your life. You go through different hurdles. I cannot give example of others because I haven't studied others. I never had the interest of reading others' life story, which I should develop, I think. But I can tell you, in 2013, while doing the PhD, 7 papers got rejected. My 7 papers got rejected in 2013. I joined my PhD in 2011 at the end. 11 I passed out MSc and joined PhD. And into 2013 year, my 7 papers got rejected. Okay, so that was enough to break me at the time. But at that time, the friend circles, which because we live in hostels in there, the friend circles always very useful. They come, they cheer you up, and sometimes you need to take some time off from your study as well. Because if things are not working in the regular manner, then you should take some time off, like 1 day, 2 day, and think that where are you doing the mistake. If you are giving your best, but you are not getting the marks in examination, you don't need to worry. Just sit back for a day at your leisure place alone and just think, where do you making the mistake? You know your capabilities. Why are you not able to achieve that? What things you should change? You know, I'm not saying that if you fail once, you change everything. No. But if you are regularly failing in something, you are trying but you are failing, you are trying but you are failing. I got rejected 7 times my papers, or 7 different papers. Okay, not the same papers, different papers, all got rejected. In 2013 was a very worst year. So so I took a time off from my lab. I came back my home. I live in my home for 1 week with my parents, with my brothers, and everyone, the family. I met my childhood friends, the BSc friends, the friends with whom you can share everything. This BSc bonding is the bachelor bonding is very useful. You can share your thoughts at any position in your life. Even today, I have 2 friends. Our friendship is around 14, 15 years old, and we can share everything. Though we are not in touch for last 1 month, doesn't mean that the moment I call him, we start talking our frank language. So that's something you need in your life. So you just take a time off, just sit back, just go with your childhood friends, just talk about different things, and come back. That might click. That clicked for me. And in 2014, I got 8 or 9 publications, and those were good publications as far as I know. And in 14, many things happen, good things. So in life, when you go for PhD, if you do an experiment, I tell you, in physics, okay, in your lab, if you do an experiment, suppose for example, Newton's ring. Most of you have done Newton's ring experiment. The moment you enter the dark room, okay, the first thing is to calibrate the whole table, calibrate everything there. Okay, so you calibrate according to book, you did everything, but still the fringe is not coming out. You're trying hard and hard, you are searching here and there, your eyes got tired, but you are not getting the fringe. So what's happening? You have tried 5-6 hours, but you didn't get the fringe. So was that Newton was miscalculated? No, he was correct, he got it. Everyone had got it. So why are you not getting the thing? So you just come out of lab, just go your home, think one day that where are you doing the mistake, come back, again try, you will achieve the ring. And the moment the ring comes, you will be as much happier as was Newton in his time. It will be a eureka moment for you as well. So while doing PhD, you'll do different things, you'll do different experiments, do different calculations. And it's not that every calculation, every experiment will be successful. No, experiments are bound to get failed. Experiments are bound to get failed. But if you try, then you might get successful. But while performing an experiment, you should at least need the basic knowledge. If a student from class 7 or 8 come to the Newton's ring experiment and he try 1 month, will he be successful? No. Why? Because he doesn't know the basics. The basics requirement for an experiment. Okay. So basics is very important. Whatever you do, you should have the basics for that. Okay. I wait a minute. I left one thing. I use this one, the MBA and MCA, the part. I just missed that part. If you are a good presenter, you present things very well, and you have a good skill of communicating with the people, you should go for MBA. Okay, you don't need to carry physics. You can go easily for MBA. If you are computer people, if you like coding, you always get amazed by these softwares. See, using the software and learning the software is different thing. Anyone can download and use the software from the Windows, from Google, no problem. But learning the basics of software, how this is coming out, what codes have been used, what codes are required to use those. If these things fascinate you, you should go for MCA. Because BSc Physics, you are eligible for MCA. In MCA, you need different kinds of logic. Okay, just go for MCA, no problem. But whatever courses you want to do from a good institute. That means clear a good entrance exam and go for a good institute. Don't do from private institutes these things. Okay. Don't ruin your father's and mother's money. Don't ruin your time. Don't waste your time. Just do from a good institute. And to get into good institute, you have to qualify the entrance exam. If you think that I am an MBA person, good. Crack CAT or MAT, crack the entrance examination for MBA, go to some IIM or good institute of management and do from there. If you think that you are good in good computer person, okay, crack the entrance for MCA, for Tech University, for IITs and all those things, and go to and do an MCA for 3 years course. It's a 3-year course, and you don't need in MCA. You don't need to do BCA earlier. Even a BSc can go for a MCA, no problem. So because they have a 3 years course, so the first year they'll teach you the basics which would have been taught in BCA. Then next 2 years will be in master's level. So you can carry your MCA as well, no issue. It's always about identifying yourself, your interest. Okay. So after PhD, you come to the job sector, which is the professor in college or university, which I have already told you. Even while doing PhD, you can apply, and if you get, it's very good thing. Okay. Next thing is the scientist positions in different research and research labs. Yeah. For that, you have to do the PhD. Then you have to do the postdoc. Postdoc means after PhD. See, in PhD, you do research under a particular person, under a particular guide. Okay. But after PhD, if you do a postdoc means you are an independent researcher. Still, you will have a guide, but he will not help you. You are an independent researcher. So you apply for postdoc in abroad. If your PhD research was very good, you can, if you have good publications, you can easily apply for postdoc in the foreign countries or in top universities in India. You can do your postdoc there. In postdoc, you'll get a very good amount of salary. If you are doing in abroad, you'll definitely get around, depending upon the fellowship, but it's around 1 lakh, 2 lakh per month. And I'm telling you, the whole expenses will be around 50,000. So in the month, you are going to save around 50 to 1.5 lakhs, okay, per month. And these postdocs are for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, like that. But you cannot keep on doing postdoc in whole your life. You can do PhD, you can do postdoc for 1 year or maximum 2 years. After that, you have to search for the job in different scientist positions in the research lab. In Assam, we have this IST in Guwahati, which recruits scientists from B level, scientists B, C, D, and this goes on. Okay, so PhD, then, but it's not that if you feel bored about research, then you should go for research. Okay, the people who have that zeal of doing research, they should go. They should do PhD, then they should go for postdoc, and you'll be getting good amount of money as well. Because money is a very important thing, you know. Money is a very important thing. You need to be good. You need to be paid well, so that you can concentrate your brain in academic line. Okay, if your finances are not good, then you cannot put your head in the academic line. Okay, we are a common human being, so we do talk about money because a certain, like percentage, a certain minimum amount of money everyone requires. A certain minimum. I'm not telling you be greedy, no, but you should at least try to fulfill the minimum requirement of yours on your families. After that, you just concentrate on your academic lines. Okay, so scientist positions. Then you have R&D labs in MNCs like Samsung, Apple, These or pharmaceutical medicine companies. All these companies have a very high research and development labs. Our ONGC, oil, IOCL also have research and development labs. Okay, there they think about something ahead of 30 years. Means after 30 years, how we'll sustain ourselves. So they are searching for the technology, searching for those things after 30 years. For example, in IOCL, they are searching for a replacement of oil, what they can get after 10 years, because the oil resources will be exhausted after 10, 20 years. So what next? So these R&D labs of different companies, you know, think for the company after 20 years. They are highly paid. Okay, if you don't think after 20 years, then your company can collapse at any time. The thing which what happens with the Nokia, they were doing very good job, but suddenly everything collapsed because their R&D labs was not doing the thing correctly. They were not thinking about next 10 years. And the moment smartphone and all those things comes, Nokia collapsed. Again, they started to build up their company. It's a different thing. But R&D is very much required for a company to sustain itself. So the R&D labs, they recruit scientists, they recruit people who have done PhD or postdoc. Okay, different R&Ds, different requirements. For example, if you are interested in for R&D oil or ONGC, sorry, oil and ONGC, then your research must be oriented to some renewable energy, that kind of field. Okay. If you are searching a job for R&D in the different mobile companies or technological things, then your research should be oriented in a technological field. You know, electronics should be if you have done your MS in electronics or MSc physics with specialization in electronics, and you are PhD in some antenna or robots and all those things, then you people are qualified for R&D labs of different companies. Next thing is called graduate trainee. It's an ONGC position. It's a very high level position. Okay, you will be in a top category in the ONGC. So to get that job, you need to qualify GET exam in your subject. They recruit from physics, maths also. So you need to crack your GET exam with a good rank all over India. If your aim should be that I have to be all over India with under 500 rank minimum. If you are there under 500 rank, and if you apply for ONGC for this job, then you'll get a call for interview, definitely. It's all about interview. Then how you crack the interview, then you can be easily recruited in ONGC. And it's a very top level position. You will be very high, and I don't need to say that about ONGC, that you will be very highly paid for that job. Okay. The next thing is the different MTech courses. We have different varieties of MTech courses. The first MTech course that I want to quote you is the MTech in Energy. This is available in Tezpur University and also the some institute. This is very demanding. Okay, this MTech is very demanding. MTech in Energy, anyone from chemistry, physics can go there to do their MTech in Energy. This is a very demanded field. But again, I am telling you, if you do your MTech in Energy, you will be not getting your chances of getting job in North is very less. You will be doing something good outside your home. Okay. The next thing is called Indian Air Force. If you want to contribute in the nation's defense field, then you can try an SSB exam in the meteorology department. Meteorology department, you have to have physics background. Okay, so you have to qualify SSB, Service Selection Board. They have some level. Means first you have to give the entrance exam. If you qualify the entrance, then they will call you for the 5 or 6 day camp. In 4 or 5 camps we have. One is in Varanasi, one is in Allahabad, and 2 I forgot. Okay, then you have to go there. Then in first day they will take your exam on the spot. If you disqualify there, you will be back home. If you qualify there, they'll keep you for next 5 days. In next 5 days, you will be gone through different kinds of tasks. Most of you, I think, have seen, have watched this so-called roadies in your television. So similar kind of task, not that kind of difficult. They do something different, but a genuine task. Like you have a river, you have to cross that river with the help of a plank. and you need to carry your troop as well. So how will you do? Definitely not. They will not ask you to do it on the over the river, but they'll create a scenario there, and you'll have to go through different tasks. Okay, you have to go through some physical task as well, and then you will have a very personal interview. uh, I hadn't had that kind of a personal interview in whole my life. They took interview around 45 minutes, and it's something, they play with your brain and they play with your confidence. Your knowledge is a different thing, but they play with your brain and they play with your confidence. Because if you qualify this exam, you will be joining an officer post. An officer do not need to go and fight in on the battlefield. They have to, strategize. They have to make strategies for the battle or whatever the things. So they check your brain and they give more points on your brain. So in Indian Air Force, SSB meteorology is a field that physics people can apply for. The steps I have told you: first SSB exam, then on the spot exam there in the Cant, in means the 4 Cant that we have. Then if you qualify there, they'll keep you for 5 days. They'll give you different, ask you to do different physical and mental tasks. If you success there, then they'll do your medical test of yours. If you success there as well, then you are the officer in Indian Air Force, the meteorology department. Okay, that's a very proud thing to do. Okay, now I have some special courses. I have brought the information on different special courses. Like, excuse me, let me just drink some water. Since we are out of the habit of taking classes because of this pandemic, so the rhythm is not coming exactly. Okay, so after MSc in physics, you can do MTech or postgraduate diploma in remote sensing and GIS, means with specialization in like these subjects: natural hazards and disaster risk management, marine and atmospheric science, satellite image analysis and photogrammetry, and etc. There are many fields, many specialization. So you can carry your MTech or postgraduate diploma in this, in the field of remote sensing and GIS with specialization in these fields, and there are many more again. And all those programs are there in Indian Institute of Remote Sensing in Dehradun. And the course is, if you are doing, if you crack the entrance and interview and go, then the course fee is very minimum. Okay, and all expenses are your living and your fooding and all those things there. Okay, so these courses are very interesting courses, and these are very demanding courses. And it's the courses. It sounds very good actually. Remote sensing and GIS, which is specialization on those things. So if you have completed your MSc, just have a look on these things. MTech and postgraduate diploma in these courses. They are very good courses, and you should go for those things. You can try these things as well. Okay, so I have completed the whole presentation. Here we talked about what you can do after BSc Physics. Okay, and you have to find out your passion, that where you should go, and it's about getting the job as well. I know job is the first prime most criteria. So you can do MSc on those different fields. You can do MBA, you can do MCA, you can do BEd, no issue. Then if you have already completed your MSc in physics, then you can first you should try to crack this entrance exams like this, qualifying exams like NET, GET, JEST or SLET. Then go and do PhD. A good PhD means a PhD with good publications, good impactful publications. Then if you want to carry on that research line, go and do your postdoc, explore the world. Explore the world. I have many of my friends or my seniors or juniors, they are just exploring the world while doing the postdoc. Do your postdoc from good institute, then you will be recruited as a scientist or as a professor in universities or different institutes or in the research labs. And if you think after PhD you have to do job, you can't go for postdoc, that's fine. Everyone has their own priority. Then apply for different positions in the colleges or the universities in Northeast or in India according to your eligibility, and just get job and just get settled down there. Okay, but doing the research should never stop. Okay, even if I get a good settled job, the brain always should be working. You know, after teaching 2 3 years, you get used to take classes. First year, you might not be that comfortable, but after 2 3 years of your teaching experience, you get used to take classes. But the thing which keep you alive, in life we always the life should be full of life. And for me, or the people from our side, means our field, our life is physics. But it's not about only reading the textbook and all those things. It's about searching something. You are continuously searching something in your brain. You don't know what you are searching. You are doing some research in your brain. You are just keep on engaging your brain. That is what required. Because our brain should not stop from thinking anything. We should in constructive way. Okay. We should always be thinking something constructive. And that can be done through research only. If we have done PhD, that means we have the capability of doing research. So even it's a minimum level, because if you enroll in a teaching position, then you might not get that much time to carry the research the way you carried in the PhD. But still, whatever level you can do, you just do that, because that will keep you alive. Okay, just living and yeah, I'm living. It's different. Yeah, just life is just going on down. Life is happening up, and you can make happen your life by doing this research. Small research, it can be a very basic research, but just engage your brain, and if your brain is engaged in good thing, then if the next generation brain is doing something constructive thing, then we are going to have a very little ill human activities in the next generation. Because in India, we all know about the crime rates and all those things. I feel the crime rates or whatever these things are there because of people's brain are empty. They have settled down in your life something, and they are just doing. And empty brain is not good. It's an evil place. So you just keep engage your brain. And from a physics point of view, if you are a physics person, even if you want your brain to stop thinking, you can't, because the person who have done his bachelor's in physics is so into the subject. You start to question everything. In physics, we always talk about regions, logics. Okay, F equal to ma. When to apply F equal to ma and when to apply E equal to mc square, you should be clear here. Your reasoning should be clear here. That means while doing the BSc and the CBCS syllabus that we have, it's very tough syllabus, I have to say. After doing the BSc, you start to think about your reasoning capacity. No matter you go for MBA, you go for MCA, you go for BA. A human with a good reasonable brain always shine. Even in MBA, if you are doing some job in a company, if you have a good reasonable sound memory, then you'll success. You'll be above others. So while doing BSc physics, you might be thinking, I have wasted my 3 years in physics. Now I'm doing MBA. What's the use? No, you don't know. That 3 years of BSc has already making a room inside your brain, and you don't know how when you don't know when and how you are using that brain, the reasoning brain. Okay, so when we do our BSc, it's all about establishing this reasoning capacity. You should be questioning everything, and the questions not like the means. You should be questioning everything with yourself. If you see an equation, why this equation? Why not that equation? Okay, because there are similar equations. There are many similar equations in physics. You should be always asking yourself that in this derivation, why am I using this equation and not that equation? Those things has to be clear in your brain. That is called reasoning capacity. The moment you start to reason these things, you start to question these things with your brain, then no matter you do MBA, MCA, BEd, whatever, out of physics line, your that habit will be with you. And once you develop that habit, that will be with you, and you start to ask questions for anything. You'll not ask questions to other. You'll ask questions to yourself, and you try to get the answers for those. Okay, asking question and getting answer is the best thing a human can have. The eureka moment. When you ask something in your brain and you get answer from yourself, it's a eureka moment. No matter how small, how easy the question was. Every brain, every human being is different. Everyone's mind thinking capacity is different. But so you can ask questions you can ask questions yourself at your level, and if you get your answer from your side, that is an eureka moment. You don't need to make an atom bomb to get a eureka moment. You can think about something and you just, oh yeah, that sense, oh, okay, that's how the things work. It's a eureka moment for you, isn't it? So just develop the reasoning brain. Just start to ask questions yourself. That why this, why not that? And the moment you get the answers, the more you get the answers, the better the concept of physics becomes for you. And if you have a good concept in physics, then you are not going to look for other courses. You will just simply do your MSc and you'll do just carry on research or uh, jobs in professors or scientific, you become a scientist. That's very simple. Thank you very much, the whole organizing committee, for giving me this chance of delivering my thoughts with the students. It's always very pleasing to talk with the students. They are the next generations. They are the next nation builders. And I want my nation builders, our next generation, to be very clear in their brain. You need the clarity. Okay, the clarity is the first thing. What I want, what will I do? This thing has to be clear. If you can cast, again I'm saying, if you can cast a vote and decide which government will going to rule our country, then you should be able to take a decision which will rule your life. Okay, so at the age of 21, you are mature enough. You don't need anyone's advice. You have everything inside you. And these days, the students are too much brilliant. In our time, we used to, ho jayega, kibara koin, like that. But at your age, you all are too brilliant. So you can think about yourself. I have just shown you different paths. Now it's up to you what you want to achieve in your life. Where you want to see yourself. But whatever you do, keep patience. Patience is the key. You cannot be, you cannot be say like, oh, I'm not able to do that. No, just keep patience. Just keep patience and do your work. Don't think about others, what they are saying. Usne kya kiya, isne kya kiya, doesn't matter. Just think about yours. You are a special creature of the God, and you are here in this world to do something, to achieve something. Just do it. Just work and keep patience, and things will work for you, undoubtedly. Thank you very much. I am over.
Okay, sir. Sir, now we have the question session.
Okay, we have some questions.
Some students have asked the question. First question is, sir, is there any difference between government university and UGC recognized private universities?
Yeah, there's a difference. Difference means not, I will not say the difference in terms of quality, but it's the difference in terms of fee structure. Okay, if you are doing from a government institute, definitely you will be paying very less. And if you are doing from private university, you will be paying very high. Okay, and if you need to doing a course is a different thing, but knowing are you eligible for that course is a different thing. And to test your eligibility, you have to test somewhere, na? So where will you test? You'll go for entrance exam and you test there. And the entrance exams are mostly organized by a government institute. So you can test yourself there. And if you pass there, then you can choose. If you want to go for private university, you can go. If you want to go government university, you can go. But at least you should know that are you eligible for that course. Otherwise, just doing the course and collecting the certificate will not help us. Okay, it's not good. Next question, Shivsankar.
Sir, Dhritiman Nath asks, sir, can we do our MS Electronics Geophysics in Northeast?
So can we do our MSc Electronics Geophysics in Northeast? I searched in NASA in Shillong for this geo remote sensing part. I didn't get any courses there. I'm afraid to say you MSc Electronics. You can do MSc Physics with specialization in electronics in any university. Tezpur, Guwahati, Dibrugarh. Okay. MSc in Geophysics. I recommend you Dhanbad University. In Dhanbad, I still recommend you Dhanbad. The best is for geology and geophysics. Geology you are not eligible, but for geophysics, I think Dhanbad is best.
Yes, sir, IIT ISM Dhanbad, right?
Yeah, I think Dhanbad. Yeah.
Sir, Pritam Pujar is asking, sir, can I read MCA after BSc? Can
Of
it?
course, no problem. I have my own friend. One of my friend did a BSc mathematics, and he is now a software developer in one of the companies in Guwahati. Very good company. He is working there for last 10 years. Okay, and one of my friend did BSc in physics. My senior actually did BSc in physics. Now he's working in Bangalore and in a very reputed company. I forgot the name of the company. Maybe it was SCL or something like that. He's working in a very reputed company. So yes, after BS, physics give you reasoning capacity, and reasoning capacity is tested. The maximum it is tested in MCA. When you write a program, if you know some code language, I'm telling you, when you write a program in C language or whatever code you know, you always need the reasoning brain. So what if I ask you make a program which can identify a given number is odd or even? It's a very basic level program. The first thing you have to click your brain that how I differentiate between odd and even. And how will I make computer to understand it's an odd, it's an even. Everything is about reasoning. And BSc physics people easily can go for MCA. No issue. First year, you will be taught what would have been taught in BCA. Then next 2 years, you will be doing a master's there. The course is structured like that. Okay, next question, Sandhu.
Sir, can we go for research after BSc? Wasim Ali have asked.
No, you need to do MSc first. You can
Sir,
do your basic research, whatever the things you want, but you need to go do MSc. And in my presentation, I haven't talked about anything about abroad courses. You know, Sandhu?
yes, sir.
I haven't talked about any courses abroad, but there are many available courses in abroad. Here we say MSc, they say MS, BS, MS, and PhD. So there are many courses outside India also. But in my 1 hour presentation, I was not able to cover that as well. But yeah, but you cannot go for research after BSc. But while doing MSc in the last 2 semesters, you'll be doing some research, minor projects, and after MSc, you'll be doing research. Now, the present syllabus that we have in CBCS, that will let you do a small project in BSc final semester in physics as well. So that will take you to that will give you some understanding of how the research thing works. Okay, while doing the BSc in CBCS syllabus. So, but to do real means serious research, no, I would recommend you do first MSc. Shivshankar, next question.
Sir, can you name some universities which mainly focus on astrophysics?
Uh, Astrophysics. You find out the course in ISRO. Means ISRO has a collaboration to different universities. They teach you MSc Astrophysics, and in Tezpur University, you have MSc Physics with Astrophysics specialization. So I would recommend you, which I said in my presentation as well, do MSc Physics with the specialization you want. Like do MSc Physics with Astrophysics specialization. So in Tezpur, I know myself that there is a specialization called astrophysics. But if you are damn sure that I want to do MSc Astrophysics, then just search for ISRO's collaborating universities. They are offering you MSc Astrophysics.
Sir, Rituraj Bodole is asking,
Yeah.
sir, in India, can we study nanotechnology or we need to go abroad?
India, can we do study? No. You easily can study about nanotechnology. I myself did my PhD from nanotechnology. So you can easily, no issue. In BSc also you have a paper in nano that will give you the understanding of the basics of things. But after MSc, if you want to carry your research in nanoscience, nanotechnology, easily. There are many research person in Assam. In Assam also people are working in nano in ISST Guwahati, IIT Guwahati, Tezpur University, Guwahati University. People are working in nanotechnology. So you don't need to go abroad to study nanotechnology.
Next question is sir by Pulakes Bora. Sir, is TIFR the only institute for research in theoretical physics?
No, who say? TIFR is the best institute to research in theoretical physics. Okay, best institute I would quote that, but it is not the only institute. You can do theoretical research in any universities. And the best thing what with the theoretical research that you don't need instruments. You don't need big instruments. You don't need to carry different kinds of experiment in the lab. You just need to sit back, do your simulations on computer, and read different books and do some calculation on paper as well. So theoretical research you can do anywhere in India. No, TIFR is the best, but you can do anywhere. Next.
Next is asked by Himanshu Kalita. Sir, what is eligibility for MSc Geophysics and what is career opportunities in India?
After geophysics, you need physics and I think mathematics, geology as well. Obliques are there, means physics, oblique geology, oblique mathematics like that. And career opportunities with geophysics, ISM Dhanbad, if I am not mistaken, the people who pass out, they immediately get hired by companies. Geophysics people have a high demand. We have different oil sectors, we have different, because geophysics people work with the minerals or materials available with the earth, earth ground. They study the different mineral different things. They might be studying about the water, where I could locate the water, where I could locate the oil, all those things. So these people are in high demand, but you should look the course in ISM Dhanbad. I would not recommend in other places. Okay, next.
Next is sir, I want to learn robotic. What I
Okay,
need to do, sir? How can I become a robotic scientist?
you want to really learn robotic after BSc Physics? Two way. One is you do MCA, then you start to program your robot and all those things. Second, do your MSc Physics with electronics, or you do MSc Electronics, then you can enter the robotic field and do your PhD. You can do your research in the robotic field, and then you will be hired in different R&D sectors of robotic companies. Yeah, next.
Sir, S. Chungpa have asked, sir, which entrance should I give or qualify to get admission in MSc Medical Physics?
MSc in Medical Physics. I think if I'm not forgotten, the course something medical physics course is there in NEHU as well. You please search it, and what you can do, Sibsagar, you can provide them my email ID so that I can give them the list of the institute where the medical physics courses are there.
Okay, sir.
But you just check through the NEHU website. Okay, next.
Sir, what is your opinion on biomedical physics?
Biomedical physics, a very demanding
Biomedical.
field, yeah. But I will recommend you first to do MSc in physics, then you do your research in biomedical physics. Okay, that will take you to different level.
Okay, then Kalpajyoti Rajpa is asking which college should I choose for MCA?
College.
College or university, I guess.
Yeah, institute. I would say Tezpur University is very good in MCA. They have a very good recruitment facility. Then IIT Guwahati is very good. Okay, for MCA. NITs are very good. But try to see institute which have some recognition. Okay, which are established institutes, which can provide you, because see, these are professional courses. MCA, MBA, these are professional courses. So you need job after passing out. So these are job-oriented courses. So you should look for the placement record. You can search any institute's placement record. Okay. So I think the best one is the IITs and NITs in Assam. Tezpur University is doing very good in MCA. So you can try that as well.
Sir, other question is, can I do MSc along with geophysics? So this one you have already answered, I guess.
I have already answered that.
There
Yeah.
is a specialization in the last year of
Yeah.
MSc.
Yeah.
Sir, Pritam Pujari have asked, sir, is physical appearance matters in astronaut job?
Okay, I haven't talked about astronaut job, by the way. And physical appearance, you might have seen some movies, I think, where they trained hard to get, astronaut, all those things. Physical appearance, I don't think. Physical fitness, you could have asked for astronaut job.
Yes, sir.
You need some physical fitness, but appearance, if that is the case, I would have said Brad Pitt would have been a astronaut, isn't it? So appearance, I don't think. Physical fitness, yeah, for astronaut, because you have to live in space uh, without regular food and without a gravity. So you need a different kinds of fitness there, and yeah, you need fitness for astronaut job, but not appearance. Next,
So Himanshu Sakya asking, can a BSc student is eligible for IIMS for MBA?
what you said, I didn't understand. Can
BSc student is eligible for IIMS for MBA.
yeah, you just crack the entrance. No issue. MBA and MC, anyone can go.
Okay, so then Himanshu Kalita asks, how is the department of BHU Geophysics?
BHU is a very reputed university. Banaras Hindu University, very reputed university. Yeah, if you have find out the course there, apply it and do it.
Sir, then Rituraj Bordole asks, which university is preferred by you for nanotechnology?
University in Assam or
India.
in India, I would recommend you different research institutes to do your research, PhD. Okay, not I'm saying about MSc. Do PhD. There is a called JNCSR in Bangalore. Then you have ISC in Bangalore. Then you have SN Bose in Calcutta, SINP in Calcutta. Then you have different IITs we have. And in Assam, if you ask, I would recommend you IIT Guwahati is there, Tezpur University is there. Okay, these are the universities which are doing a very good research in nanoscience field.
Okay, sir. Then we have one INST also, Indian Institute of Nanoscience and Technology, Mohali, I think.
Yeah, we have that. It's recently established institute, but this JNCR and all those things are very, was established by CNR around 1960s or 70s. Okay, yes, that's Mohali is there, yeah. Next.
Is Mizoram University and Dibrugarh University good for MCA?
Please check their placement status. Okay, please check their placement status. I'm not aware about these things. Okay.
Sir, Anthony Hatibarab asked, is there any course related to optics which I can do after BSc?
Okay. It seems that you are very much interested in optics. Okay. After BSc, I would definitely, if you are so much interested in optics, I will definitely ask you to do MSc first and carry your research in optics, in the field of optics. Okay. Next.
Wasim Ali asks, sir, what about Jamia Islamia? Is it good for MSc in physics or any other physics course?
Yeah, Jamia Ismailia is a good institute, very well known institute. Yeah, if you have found a course there, if you qualify the entrance, please go ahead. No issue.
Then Rongsen Lila Auheba asks, sir, what is the height requirement for Indian Air Force?
Yeah, height requirement, generally it's around 175 centimeter for people, but from Northeast, they I think allow from 165 or 160, I forgot exactly. Because we have some relaxations in case of height. Yeah.
Sir, S. Chunkwa sir, I'm thinking to land up in medical field. So with BSc degree, can we be eligible to get into MSc medical laboratories and technology?
Yes,
MSc
I will provide you the list, Shankar, where this MSc, because I am getting questions from medical physics, isn't it? I will give you the list of the Institute of MSc Medical Physics in India. You please forward this list to these people. Okay?
Okay.
Just, I'll cut in very briefly on the.
I couldn't hear you actually.
Friends Hello?
Hello, yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, Peter, we can hear you,
Yeah.
please.
You can hear now. Just with regards medical physics, we have some contact with friends at CIHSR hospital. If times were different, maybe we would involve them in this event, but they are very busy with the situation presently. But last year we sent our physics students to the hospital there. Medical physics. If you want to get some contact through them, again we can.
That's fantastic. Shivsankar, you have the resource at your place.
Yes, sir.
You have the students have the resource at their own place, and Mr. Peter can easily help them. They can at least go around there and feel the things, isn't it? Yeah, you have the resource in your own place. Okay. Is there any more questions or is done?
Questions are done, sir.
Yeah, someone have write that I am very sorry for typing.
Also,
yeah, no issue. Okay.
Just you talked a lot about going into the computer side of things. So just to say, for those of you who have just joined first semester physics at St. John, we have a past paper in computer science. So if you are sure that you want to go down the route of data analytics or anything computer focused, programming, whatever, instead of taking up a past paper in chemistry, you should from the very start think about taking up a past paper in computer science, if that is definitely where you're going.
Exactly, very well quoted by Peter. Exactly. If you think that you have the interest in computer, carry a paper in computer along with physics. And people who are good in programming are highly demanded in the field of physics. Okay, because we do a lot of simulation research. After MSc, you're doing some simulation research, and simulation is something which you can do in computer, but you need a good knowledge in computer science. So since Peter is saying you have an option of carrying a paper in computer instead of chemistry or other thing, then you please carry the paper. That will help you a lot if you are interested in computer science.
Okay, sir. So here is an important announcement. We'll send a Google feedback form very soon. Some multiple choice questions will be asked from the session, and you need to answer those questions and submit it to get the certificates. So with this, I can give the vote of thanks, I think, sir.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so respected and distinguished guest of today's talk, Dr. Pawan Chetri, sir, respected principal, sir, and our administrative head, Sir Peter Banks, our HOD, sir, and honorable teachers. I deem it a great honor to propose the vote of thanks to all who helped us in making this talk such a resounding success. First of all, I would like to propose hearty vote of thanks to our guest, Dr. Pawan Chetri, sir, for gracing today's seminar. Thank you, sir, for your very interesting, inspiring, and informative talk. I would like to thank you for making excellent presentation and making this talk an interesting and meaningful one. I would like to express our profound gratitude to our principal, Professor S.T. Genesius, and for his presence in this talk. I would like to thank our administrative head, Sir Peter Banks, for helping me and guiding me. I would also like to thank our HOD, Mr. Ashok Rai, sir, for his moral support and guidance. I am happy to express vote of thanks to our staff members who have made this seminar a grand success. Finally, the wonderful students who have turned up in such a great numbers, not only from our department, but also from other departments of the college. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Once again, I thank you all for your cordial cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the whole organizing committee.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for letting me this opportunity to talk with so many people from your institute and different parts of Nagaland and Assam as well. Thank you very much. And Shivsankar, someone is asking for the presentations. So I'll give you my presentation. You just forward them whoever it wants. Okay.
Okay, sir, I will forward
No
them.
problem. No issue with the presentation. You can forward it to whoever it wants.
Okay, sir, those who
Okay.
want the presentation, you can WhatsApp me personally. Number is already given in that poster, yes.
Yeah, I'll mail you my presentation, or if you want, I can WhatsApp you as well, and you
Yes.
can just forward that whoever wants the presentation. Thank you very much, HOD, Principal Sir, and Mr. Peter, everyone, for letting this opportunity. Thank you very much for students for listening to me for around 1.5 hours. Thank you, everyone. I think we can finish it or what?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir, we can finish it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
See you.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
everyone. Thank you, everyone.